This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 648, an excerpt from the book, The Power of Having Fun, How Meaningful Breaks Help You Get More Done, by Dave Crenshaw, and I'm your very own personal narrator, Justin Malik, reading to you from some amazing blogs and even books to help you optimize your life. Before we get to today's reading, big thanks to Talkspace for helping me bring this content to you. Talkspace is the online therapy company that lets you choose from over 1,500 licensed therapists. Try it out to get matched with your perfect therapist who can put you on a path to a happier life. For a special offer just for you, come by Talkspace.com/old. And today's actually a book excerpt. I get these every once in a while. This book is actually being released today, so definitely check it out on Amazon or at davecrenshaw.com. But for now, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. An excerpt from the book, The Power of Having Fun, How Meaningful Breaks Help You Get More Done, by Dave Crenshaw. Not having enough fun? Take an oasis and get more done. When it comes to having fun, how are you doing? It's sort of an odd question, isn't it? It's certainly not the kind of question most would use to initiate conversations at parties. Believe it or not, fun is more valuable to your life and your career than you likely realize. Most people would respond to that question by saying they are fun-loving. It's an easy claim to make, yet so few achieve it. How you perceive yourself is just window dressing. What counts is how you live. Think about moments of fun in your life as being an oasis, a refreshing respite necessary for rejuvenating your psyche. It's a welcome vision of a sparkling blue pool, palm trees shading a soft cabana, and fruit juice and ceviche by the truckload. Best of all, it is not a mirage. It's real and soul-refreshing. An oasis represents a moment that you create. It sums up whatever you define as a meaningful break, and it is an analogy I created in place of a word that doesn't exist in the English language. Determining your desert. Before you can find a dazzling oasis in your life, you first have to determine where your deserts lie. A desert, in this sense, is an extended period of deprivation and or chaos related to your personal, family, or professional life. Like the desert journeys shown in old Hollywood movies, it's the struggle to get through a barren wasteland to civilization. Many people experience a desert as an entrepreneur or starting a new job. Insecurities may seep out and make you unsure of your actions. You find that you haven't taken time for yourself or spent time with the people that are closest to you in months. It can leave you feeling drained, guilty, and alone. What are you putting off? What's weighing you down? Ceaseless deprivation creates deficiency. Enduring chaos engenders fatigue. And as the great coach Vince Lombardi said, quote, "Fatigue makes cowards of us all," unquote. To fight the fatigue, we must find an oasis for the three most important elements of our lives: personal, family, and work. If dragging yourself through the barren desert has left you sunburned and thirsty for a little fun in your life, it's time to discover or rediscover your oasis. However, not all oases, the plural of oasis, seriously, are the same. This oasis balance is the idea that you want to have a healthy amount of fun in all three areas. Think of it as a three-legged bar stool, with all the legs evenly bearing the load of your massive oasis strategy. The personal oasis is all about you making time for you. It's your me time, and you should carve out enough time in your schedule to have some fun outside of working hours and away from everyone else. When you've been thinking of having fun, if you're thinking about me time, you've been viewing it in terms of the personal oasis. Can you schedule 30 minutes for yourself to do something fun by and for yourself each day? The family oasis strategy is about spending time with the people you love and who love you most. This includes anyone that you consider a close friend or relative. Your spouse, children, fiancé, siblings, parents, and even your pet can all fit into this category as long as you feel a close connection to them. They need the power that comes from the dedicated, focused time you spend having a little fun with them. Can you schedule 1 hour each week to do something fun with someone else? The work oasis is how you go about taking little, meaningful breaks during your normal work schedule. The ideal cycle is a 10-minute break for every 90 minutes of work. Whether you are a solo entrepreneur or working in a multinational behemoth with tens of thousands of employees, or you're a stay-at-home parent, the work oasis is vital to your productivity. Can you implement more frequent and meaningful breaks in your workday? When it comes to the Oasis balance, most people are deficient in one or more areas. They may be fantastic when it comes to being with their family, yet clueless about making time for themselves. They may have a great strategy for taking breaks at work, yet at home is a never-ending barrage of taking kids to practice, grocery shopping, mowing the lawn, cooking, cleaning, and the list goes on and on. All three legs of the stool must be firm and balanced. How are you doing in this department? An Oasis is a powerful tool, not just to give you happiness, but for getting more done in your day. Believe it or not, people who establish fun moments of Oasis become more productive and more successful because they feel that the work is worth it now. Living it up. It's time to dig deep and figure out how you can build oases in the midst of your deserts. Address the issue. Stop carrying the anxiety and anguish of your desert around with you. As you do so, you'll start regularly filling up your fun canteen with the essential reserves of enjoyment and establishing a lifetime of oases. You just listened to an excerpt from the book, The Power of Having Fun, How Meaningful Breaks Help You Get More Done by Dave Crenshaw. Thank you again to Talkspace for keeping this show alive. They offer an amazing service to connect with therapists online and at a great price. You can have a therapist handpicked just for you and for as little as $32 a week, which is amazing. Plus it's confidential and convenient. You don't have to wait in a lobby. They make it easy to connect with an experienced, licensed therapist that you pick based on your preferences and for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy. And you can send the therapist text, audio and video messages, or even do a live video chat. These therapists are fully licensed and go through a rigorous screening process, plus thousands of hours of supervised professional training. So to match with your perfect therapist, go to Talkspace.com/old, and as a special offer for our listeners, you can use the coupon code OLD to get $30 off your first month and show support for this podcast. That's the code OLD and Talkspace.com/OLD. Talkspace, therapy for how we live today. Back to today's book. Unfortunately, I can't raffle off this one. It is an advanced copy, so it's still going through editing. I'm not supposed to give away this version, but definitely check it out because it just got released today. You can find it on Amazon or davecrenshaw.com. And Dave's specialty is all about building productive leaders, and he has transformed hundreds of thousands of business leaders worldwide. He has courses on LinkedIn with millions of views, plus multiple books. This one being released today again. You can find it at davecrenshaw.com, which is linked in this episode's description, and at oldpodcast.com. All right, that should do it. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in tomorrow's show, where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode. And head to oldpodcast.com, that's OLDpodcast.com, for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.